Portable COVID-19, DNA testing, or infectious disease clinical testing? Welcome to P23 Labs, a high-complexity molecular diagnostics lab that uses the latest technology to offer a full suite of molecular diagnostic tests, clinical tests, and wellness consultations. We give you access to knowledge and healthcare resources that will transform your health. Schedule an appointment and order your custom test today with our healthcare team. www.p23labs.com.
Are you tired of being overcharged and forced into paying a monthly subscription for your Mac and Windows software? Well, if you are, currently we're having a 50% off discount on all the latest Mac and Windows software, such as AutoCAD, SolidWorks, Photoshop, Microsoft Office, and much more. Our 50% off discount will be ending soon, so be sure to text us "Need Software" to 213-640-9738. That's 213-640-9738. We aim to please, so expect 24/7 technical support, the latest premium software, instant software links delivered to your email, and PayPal buyer's protection guarantee.
All right, guys, what's going on, family? We're here. Let me get all my social media together. But we're here. We're on time. We're here and we're on time, ladies and gentlemen. Glad to have y'all tuning in. I'm just posting everything on social media right now. A lot of things we're going to discuss on tonight's broadcast. How are y'all living? I hope y'all had a great week. Everybody come on in the room. I need everybody to come on in the room. Press that like button. Press that subscribe button. Let me do this thing for Instagram real quick. Let me throw it on Instagram real quick. And then once I do that, we'll be really ready to go. Y'all bear with me 1 second, guys. Let me throw this on Instagram real quick. Hold on 1 second. How y'all doing, man? While everybody's coming on in the room, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Come on, man. God damn, I hate when I'm trying to do this thing. Come on, man. Damn, Instagram. Come on. Okay, hold on. Let me get this thing going like I needed to get it going. Man, Buckbreaking at buckbreakingmovie.com if you have not received or gotten the movie Buckbreaking. Hold on 1 second. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm live right now on YouTube. I need y'all to swipe up and tune in live right now. Swipe up and tune in live. All right. Man, so we got to touch on a few things tonight. By the way, where's my Bay Area people? I'm going to be up there in the Bay Area this week. Where are my Bay Area people? I got to be up there. I'm going to check out some museums up there. The Science Museum up there. I'm going to be up there doing some research. Just kind of, I'm looking at different museums and getting some game. And I will be in the Bay this week. We're going to be in San Francisco, taking the family up there. I want to go to Oakland. Where are some good eating spots out there in Oakland? All my Oakland and Bay Area people. Where's some good eating spots up there in Oakland? I need some good recommendations for some good eating spots up there in Oakland. All right, y'all hit me up, all my Bay Area people. Let me know what's popping. Are there any, family, in the Bay Area, do they have any type of museum up there dedicated to the Black Panthers? Because see, when I go to cities, I look for stuff. That's why we're getting the museum down here. But when I go to cities, I look for stuff that has historic significance to the cities. Is there a museum not just dedicated to the Black Panthers, but a museum that has a lot of information about the timeline of the Black Panthers? Do they have anything like that up in Oakland or anywhere in the Bay? That's something that is needed. Or we will have to do it in our museum. Go to the Oakland Museum. Do they have anything about the Black Panthers? Chef Smelly garlic noodles. Okay. What's up, Jaharaza? I can't pronounce your name. They have a small museum for the Black Panthers. Okay, where is that? I want to take a look at that museum. Somebody said there's a small museum for the Black Panthers. Where is that museum? What's up, FBA goddess? She said she choosing. The Fifth Wheel in Oakland is good. Okay, y'all let me know these spots. At the Oakland Museum they do. Okay. Yeah, this museum thing is going to have to happen. It's got to happen, family. Everett and Jones Barbecue in Oakland. We're going, okay? I've seen a few people mention that. Everett and Jones. They got good barbecue. Chang's Kitchen, okay? Isn't it kind of cold up there in the Bay? We were looking at the weather forecast. It's like 61 degrees and all. Is it really kind of chilly up there? Oakland Museum is whack. Okay. Family, y'all come on in the room. Everybody pile on in the room. I need y'all to hit that like button. I need you guys to hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You said the hair is looking real foundational. You know how we do. You know we got those OG ancestor genes for this hairline. Shout out to everybody hitting the Cash App. But listen, later on this week, we're going to shout out to my sister Lioness Crown. Everybody say what's up to Lioness. It gets cold out there. Bring a jacket. Okay, good. Because it's hot as hell out here in Southern California. Somebody said Everett and Jones fell off. All right. Yeah, I'm going to talk about Haiti a little bit later. I'm going to get on that. Everett and Jones. All right, we're going to check that out up in Oakland. This museum, speaking of museums, and again, I'm going to be up there. I'm researching different museums, just getting game, learning what we're going to put in our museum, which is so needed. And family, on my last broadcast, some of y'all know that they took my broadcast down. I won't speak about what I was talking about, but y'all know. You know. We was talking about the things that are supposed to not be talked about. And they snatched my page, not the page, but they took that video down hella fast because the video was going viral very quickly. The views had shot up very quickly on that video. So they snatched that thing down real quick. And let me show y'all the reason they stated. You see, so this is part of the game. Okay, community strike. Yeah, it was taken down, removed due to a violation of community guidelines. Policy, medical misinformation. Okay, they said it was medical misinformation. All right. Not going to speak too much on it because they're watching and they're listening. If you want to hear the broadcast, go to TariqRadio.com. Okay? If you want to hear it, go to TariqRadio.com. But family, this is why we have to start doing things offline. I've appealed it. But listen. This is why it's so important for us to start doing things offline as well. We have to do things on the ground. We have to start being in positions where we can disseminate information among each other without somebody being in a room monitoring what we're saying and pushing buttons and removing our stuff. We're going to have to get back on them bricks. We got to get back out there on that pavement and do some real grassroots work out here. That was one of the reasons why when we did buck breaking, I wanted to make sure that we had people on the ground with the actual DVD in their hands. just in case people start playing little games online with the streaming. That's why it was so very important to get people to get that thing in their hand, a tangible item in their hand, on the streets, on the ground. We got to get back to that. We got to get back into getting things together where we're hitting the pavement. We're getting out here organizing with each other when we need to. We're getting on code with each other when we need to, just in case they start clicking buttons and pulling the electricity. We got to know how to still get out here and network. We got to still know how to get out here and become backup to people who are in need. I want us to start getting into that mindset. See, they have us dependent upon social media. Yeah, we got to get back to selling it out the trunk. We got to go back to the trunk. We got to get back out here to the grind. See, we're so used to living our lives through social media. We've made social media our reality. That's a tool for what we're trying to do. We always have to look at it as a tool. At the end of the day, we got to get back out here on these bricks and start handling some business. That is very important. That's one of the reasons why it was so important for us to have the FBA conference, which was very successful, where we had a conference, we had a real life event where we had black folks come all over the country to network. We had black businesses come from all over the country. We got in a spot, we networked, we got information out, and we were able to spread that throughout the country. That's why people were so threatened by the FBA conference. They were working so hard on us to not get that popping. Because when we get situations like that and events like that going on, where we're talking business, that's always the threat. Now, when black folks want to get together, twerk, drink, smoke, or whatever, nobody ever has a problem with that. Nobody has a problem with us getting together, BSing around. And again, this broadcast now might be shadow banned, so I'm going to need everybody to put this on your social media. Put this on your social media now. Speaking of social media, put it on your social media, put it on your Facebook, put it on your Twitter, retweet this, let everybody know that we're live. But, say Buck Breaking is huge. Do I think it will get nominated for an Oscar Mitchell? No. No white Oscar, no. But it's very important for us to get back out here on these streets. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, we're working so hard at getting this museum put together for the family. We're working very hard on getting this museum popping for the family. In this museum, and we're going to have a presentation in a few days. We're going to have the official presentation and the crowdfunding and all that going on. People are like, man, we're ready, we're ready, we're ready. I know you're ready. We're going to have to get very busy with this thing, and this is something that we're going to do. We are powerful people. We are people who have survived some of the worst atrocities in man-made history, in recorded history of man. We can do stuff like this. But listen, at our museum, I told you about some of the sections that we're going to have. We're going to have a master teacher section. We're going to have a section about black explorers. We're going to have a whole section about black inventions and black inventors. Yes, we're still doing the Seminole movie. We're still doing that. We're still going to do the movie about the Maroons. That's why I want to have the museum already getting in the works. If we get everything lined up the way we need it lined up, we can get this museum built in a year. Less than a year. I'm not about to drag anything out. We're going to get this done. And we're going to get it done quickly, in a timely manner, and it's going to be tight. I am not dragging this thing on years and years and years. I got other stuff to do. We're going to get this museum popping. We're going to get it popping now because we need it. The opportunity is here. As grown black men and black women, playtime is over, and we're going to have to start setting examples for our children. Like I said, the parts that we're going to have in this museum, a master teacher section, black explorer section, black inventor section, black rebel section, black music section, a black medical and science section where we talk about black contributions to medicine and science, black contributions to herbal medicine. We're going to talk about the Dr. Sabis, the Layla Africas. We're going to have all that. I got books that Layla Africa has given me. R.I.P. to that brother. Our beautiful sister, Queen Afua. We're going to have to talk about her stuff, some of our living legends, some of the work of our good brother, living legend, Tahuti Ma'ad Ra, who's still here with us, who's out here in L.A. I really want to get my brother involved in that. You see, because when we start talking about medical stuff online, all of a sudden we get banned, our pages get taken off. At our museum, we're also going to talk about medical apartheid. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm kind of pacing my words here because I don't want to say too much, but y'all get where I'm going with this. We're going to have to talk about historic medical genocide. Since we can't talk about it online, let's talk about it in our own institution because this is real. That's something we're going to have to talk about. Hold on. I got books here now. Our good brother, Wesley Muhammad, talking about, this is a great book by our brother who was in the Buck Breaking movie. Shout out to our brother Wesley. I want to have a lot of his work featured. This book is called The Pot Plot, talking about marijuana, hip hop. This is marijuana, hip hop, and the scientific assault on Black America. Family, and look how thick this book is, guys. Family, this is just one book. I got books by Layla Africa, Queen Afua. Family, Phil Valentine. We got to stop playing and just get busy out here with this stuff. We got to stop playing and get busy out here and teach our folks and let our folks know what's going on out here so that we'll be safe. We can't even say stuff online now. So we have to, as black men and black women, Henrietta Lacks, and let me be clear, Henrietta Lacks was just the tip of the iceberg. Henrietta Lacks was the tip of the iceberg. You understand? Oh, man. Brother Wesley comes with it with his books because the brother, most of this, you see how thick this book is like, damn near 800 pages. Most of them are receipts. My brother will spit something and then have 4 or 5 pages of receipts of what he just spit. See, that's the kind of information that we need to have in our museum, and we're going to have that. This thing is going to be monumental. And also with our museum family, all the people, we're setting up the donation tiers of all the perks for donating. Certain perks, people are going to get certain levels of membership. Everybody who donates, we're going to have your name built into the bricks of the building. Remember, we're building this thing from the ground up. So all the people who donate, and there's going to be different tiers of donations. We're going to have your name built into the bricks as the founding people of the museum. So all the people who donate, you're going to be built into the institution literally. Your name is going to be built into it. This is going to be a monumental project. This is going to be a monumental project, ladies and gentlemen. You understand? There's a soul food restaurant right next door. Let me show y'all, let me give y'all an exclusive. Let me give the family an exclusive. I'm supposed to be waiting to show you guys the whole presentation, but we're already doing architectural renderings. We're laying out blueprint. We're doing a lot of work behind the scenes. Let me give you just a little taste. Hold on one second, just to give you a little idea of how we're trying to make this thing pop off. Hold on one second. Wait a minute. Okay, right here. This is just a little taste. This is just a little taste. This is the location. This is Crenshaw Boulevard. This is an artist's architectural rendering of it. Again, this is just a preliminary look. The building might not be that tall. We made it extra tall just in case we needed parking in the artist rendering. They might not let us build it that tall. We made it 3 stories in the artist rendering. It might just be 2 stories because we got to understand, we got to get permits on, I don't know the height requirements, okay? But I'm just letting y'all see right next door. If y'all from LA, y'all know right next door to the left, that's Delicious Soul Food right to the left. Family, and this is just a preliminary. This is just a preliminary. This is right across the street from Lamert Park. Family, we're not fucking around with this thing. And again, it might not be that tall, but this is a basic outline of the look we're gonna go for. This is a basic outline. We made the artist rendering tall because I know that parking is an issue. And I don't want to get too much into the details of parking. That's something that we've been looking into. I've been talking to a lot of people in the area. We're going to be talking to the people at the Crenshaw Mall. Possibly if we're having events, we can use that as a parking space and we can shuttle people back and forth. So we're trying to work we're trying to work the logistics out right now. We're trying to work the logistics out. We're going to make this thing really pop off. Yes, keep the building black. There's a reason we want the building black. We do. The building is going to be colored black. You see what I'm saying? For a few reasons. So again, we're going to see if we can possibly put a garage structure in the museum itself. We're working on all of that. We're just going to have to see what they say as far as the permits and all that stuff. Yeah, the security is going to be tight. We're going to have the metal detectors. We're going to have armed security there. Okay? It's going to be fly. And the location cannot be more perfect, ladies and gentlemen. The location could not be more perfect. Yes, it looks like that. We got it, we got it. We want to try to make it vandal proof, more as vandal proof as possible. Even in that rendering there, we're going to have to do something about the windows. You understand? Fiberglass windows. So we're going to have to do something about the windows and the whole shebang. So we're looking at all the logistics of it. Yeah, we're going to talk about slavery. We're going to talk about that, but we're going to talk about stuff that's not talked about in typical museums. You understand? So we're looking into a lot of logistics. And again, this is going to be a great location, not just for the museum, where people can come to every day throughout the year. Also, we're going to have structures upstairs where we can have conferences, just like we did the FBA conference, where we can bring in Black businesses all over the country, set up vending at the museum whenever we have events so that we can promote our brothers and sisters and just create a nationwide network. We're taking the Black Wall Street concept to a whole different level. We're talking about a Black nationwide empowerment street. Not just a Black, we've done Black Wall Street. That's going to bring so much traffic to that area. We already know that, but I want to have this as a foundation to empower Black businesses nationwide. You understand? Yes, security is going to be there. I'm already there. I'm already there with the security thing. Trust me, we're already looking into that. Again, with the glass and everything like that. If we have glass, and we did glass for the artist rendering, but that's going to be bulletproof because we already know. Yes, we're going to talk about Paul Revere Williams, who's the architect of Hollywood and early LA, but we're looking at a lot of the details in it. Yeah, we already got that in there, brother. We already got a bookstore and gift shop. That's already going to be in there. We're miles ahead of you. And again, we're setting it up a certain way because we know how the white supremacists try to do, and we have it in that area for a reason. The white supremacists will think twice before they come out there to try to vandalize something. You understand? So, and this is why it's important when the community is involved in something, the community is going to look out for something that they have a vested interest in. You understand? Oh yeah, of course, Dick Gregory. We always got to talk about Dick Gregory, and Dick Gregory is talking about the Dick Gregory diet. We got to break all that stuff down. But family, this is going to be real. And this is something that we can do, and this is something that we need to do as black men and black women, black adults. You understand? But the medical apartheid thing is something that really needs to be discussed, and how it relates to the stuff that's going on now. That's very important. Because, see, this is the thing that's interesting, guys. We talk about things that go on in the medical industry as black people. We talk about things, and all of a sudden we get shadow banned, our pages get taken down. But you have these people who get platformed, they sit online. For example, this guy right here, let me show y'all something. This guy was on Joe Rogan. This suspected white supremacist was on the Joe Rogan show a couple of years ago. Hold on one second. Let me pull this up. This guy right here, hold on. Now listen to this, hold on.
This whole debate about the MAOA gene, which is like this gene that black Africans have, like it's like a proclivity to violence that they have.
MAOA gene.
Yeah. I recommend people Google it and do their own research. It's like a big debate about whether or not, but basically like what it is it's, if you think about like, kind of white European, Asian ancestors, as we kind of moved out of Africa, like aggression and violence was kind of less necessary because we were like farmers and stuff.
But
right?
God, is that really true?
There's this whole debate about.
Okay. Before I unpack that BS, there's a lot to unpack with that nonsense. But just the fact that they get on these platforms, Joe Rogan, they throw all types of money to Joe Rogan. They put these people on here to spew all of this anti-black scientific racism. They let these dudes spit this bullshit, and if we debunk them, we get our pages taken down. If we start debunking their scientific lies, if we get to debunking their racist lies that they're trying to use science to justify, then we get dinged and our pages taken down. You see what I'm saying? They give these guys all types of platforms to spew all types of scientific and medical racism, but we can't counter none of it. If we even say certain words, our pages get dinged. But let me go back to, and what he said could be so easily debunked. And it has been debunked. Talking about, they've been trying to push that lie really since really the 80s. That was a lie that was started in the 80s, that black people have a gene that makes them violent. Well, if black people have a gene that makes us violent, how come we've never created global genocides like the white supremacists? The white supremacists, they got a damn near monopoly on mass violence. The white supremacists, they have committed mass genocidal violence against damn near every group they've encountered. They did it to the African people. They did it to the Aboriginal people here, the black and the Aboriginal Native Americans, the Mongoloid Native Americans. They committed genocide in Australia and Tasmania. They killed damn near all of the original Tasmanians. They've committed mass murders in Asia. They've committed mass murders against other white people in Europe during the Holodomor in the Ukraine and the killings of Jewish people in Germany by the millions. And they got the nerve to sit up and tell us that we got a gene that makes us violent. See, they like to do a lot of projecting. They love to do a lot of projecting. And then another part of his lie, he said, well, white people and Asian people, see, we moved out of Africa and then we got into farming, which made us less prone to violence. What? What? What kind of lie is that? He said they moved out of Africa. And let me play that lie again. Let me play that again. Hold on. I don't know where they get these lies from. Let me play that lie one more time. Hold on, let me play it again. Let me play that lie again.
There's this whole debate about the MA.
Hold on, where we at? Okay, hold on. Uh-oh.
There's this whole debate about the MAOA gene, which is like this gene that Black Africans have, like much. It's like a proclivity to violence that they have.
MAOA gene.
Yeah. I recommend people Google it and do their own research. It's like a big debate about whether or not. But basically, like what it is it's, if you think about like, kind of white European, Asian ancestors as we kind of moved out of Africa, like aggression and violence was kind of less necessary because we were like farmers and stuff.
But
right?
God, is that really true?
What? Aggression was less necessary because they were farmers? Okay. Number one, what were you farming in ice? When they went to Europe, when black people went to Europe, let's break it down because we talked about, hell, we broke some of this down in buck breaking. If you look at the movie Buck Breaking, we done broke some of this stuff down there. When they went to Europe, up in that ice, what were you farming in ice? When y'all got caught up in that Wormian Ice Age, that last ice age, what were you farming in ice? Yeah, we were farmers and stuff. What are you talking about? White supremacists? What were you farming in ice? Y'all didn't really have an agrarian culture up there during that ice age, which was the reason you had to live in caves. All those cavemen were up there because it was ice. That was the only place where you were warm. What were you farming in ice? That's not an environment where you can cultivate crops and things like that. Also, when the ice melted after a while, and some of the people were able to come on down, and then there was some greenery and stuff popping off, the soil up there was bad, and it's still bad. Europe has never been a place known for good soil to cultivate. They've never had a society where the soil was good for great cultivation. That's why they would have to go out of Europe in order to get spices, in order to get certain things to eat. Also, up there in that ice, and Brother Laela Africa broke this down. This is why the museum is so important. He talked about how in the soil and in the ground there's a lot of sulfur. The soil up there is terrible because there's a lot of sulfur in the ground. This is why he said when some people of European descent, when they get wet, there's a smell because of the sulfur. This is what Brother Laela Africa was talking about. That's the sulfur. That comes from the sulfur in them. There's a high intake of sulfur in them. You understand? They didn't know how to really cultivate crops. When they came over here from Europe to the Americas, they were starving because they didn't know how to cultivate crops. It was the black people that helped them learn how to cultivate crops and grow vegetation. It was the black people, until black people started helping them, and they forced black people to help them, they were over here starving and eating each other. they were getting help from some of the Native Americans, and then they tried to finesse them, and then the Mongoloid Native Americans said, hey, fuck y'all. See, we got to know history here. History in geology and ecology. What the hell is he talking about? They learned how to be less aggressive because they were farmers and stuff. Man, if you go, Africa was a place of a tropical environment where vegetation is growing all over the place. When we see degradation now, that's usually because the soil and the land is targeted. The people over there being poisoned by the white supremacists, they know how to poison whole environments. They know how to corrupt the soil over there in certain places. They'll build up factories over there that will leak toxins in certain areas. A lot of stuff there now is sabotage, which will cause starvation. But before they were sabotaging everything, Africa had everything. You could grow, there was no reason to be violent because there were resources all over the place. You had to be violent where resources are scarce. When resources are scarce, when you living in ice and ain't no food growing and ain't too many animals that you got to get at, you got to eat what you can. You start eating each other. You start getting into cannibalism. That's when you become aggressive. That's when you become violent because of the scarce resources. You coming out of that ice, and you living in caves, that creates a certain mentality to have. That creates a certain mentality. If we're going to look at history. So, again, the point is these white supremacists get on these platforms and they're allowed to get on these major platforms and just say anything and try to back their lies with science, but we can't counter that. If we counter that, we get hit. We get our stuff taken down. So this is why it's important for us to be in positions where we share information with each other. And we have to start doing things offline. But what we're talking about today, speaking of Los Angeles, today's broadcast, we're talking about the politics of respect. We're talking about the politics of respect. Nipsey Hussle was trending today. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle. Shout out to my good brother. There's some stuff going on out here in LA right now. Where are my LA people? There's some street shit going on out here now that I want to address. And I want to address it in the bigger context. There's some street shit that's going on that's a lot of people are talking about online. There's some stuff going on out here in LA that's real funny style on some street shit. And I want to address it in a bigger context. Listen, a month ago, shout out to my LA people. A month ago, a dude from a certain set, and if you look online, you know who it is or whatever, but it was a dude from a certain gang set. He went to one of the Nipsey murals, and the dude was on some clout chasing shit, and the dude spray painted it in red letters and disrespected Nipsey and took pictures and put it online. And the dude who did it got online, got on social media, kind of giggling about it, just being mad disrespectful. The dude was being mad disrespectful about it. So a lot of folks were getting online from the neighborhood like, hey man, that wasn't cool. Yo, dude, I don't know what you're trying to do, but you know, we don't know why you doing all this wall banging and all this old bullshit. So the one dude who did the spray paint, he's been cacaing and kikiing on social media. He's from a blood set. Shout out to that set. It's some real solid dudes, some solid OGs from that set, by the way. And I know they don't like the way this stuff is going down. They don't like it because it puts a target on everybody's back unnecessarily. So this happened a month ago. So the dude who actually did it is a young dude, and a couple of him and his homies, they hopped online, again, cacaing and kikiing about it. And the dude's name is ringing real funky on the streets right now. It's been the dude who did it. And I ain't saying no. I'm not saying nobody's name because people know. And again, I'm looking at this in the bigger context. So the dude, his name is ringing funky in the streets from a lot of different sets. A lot of people, a lot of folks don't like that. Let's be very clear. This dude's name is ringing real funky in the streets with a lot of different sets on both sides. On both sides, his name is ringing real funky. So one of his homies, the dude who did the spray painting, his homie was on Instagram Live with him a couple of days ago. His little homie was on Instagram Live. And they were cacaing and kikiing, and his homie was in a car somewhere in Hawthorne. And while he's talking, somebody came up to him and gave him 16 of them things. My man got murked live on Instagram Live. He got murked live, and it was horrible to see. 21-year-old brother, he's gasping for air. They got him 16 times, shot him in the head, got him in the lungs. They hit him in the lungs. He's trying to talk, and you can hear the air going out of his lungs. He's, help, help. It's horrible. That's a horrible thing. I have a 21-year-old child. My daughter is 21 years old. I want to say this to my young black men. You're not supposed to die like that at 21 years old over some goofy shit. That young dude did not reach his potential as a man. This is why I want to talk about this in the bigger context. This man died, young dude, did not reach his potential. He died violently over some troll shit. You ain't supposed to die over that. You're not put on this earth to get taken out because you don't understand the politics of respect. This ain't really about gangbanging. Let me say that again, because a lot of people are talking about it and people are saying how, gangbanging is so bad. We got to stop all this gangbanging. Okay, we could talk about that in a moral sense. This whole incident ain't got nothing to do with no gangbanging. This is a respect issue. Let me be clear. The actors in this just happen to be in the gang culture. This ain't about no gangbanging. This is about respect and understanding the politics of respect. Let me say that again. I want y'all, because I don't want this to go over nobody's heads. This is about the politics of respect. This ain't really about gangbanging. The actors in this just happen to be gang related. This is about respect. Because if you do not earn respect or show respect, life is going to have discipline for you. There's going to be some discipline. Your homies are going to discipline you, or the streets is going to discipline you. In any situation, when you show blatant disrespect, there is going to be some type of discipline. Unfortunately, but that's just the law of nature. Let's talk real tonight. I want my young dudes to really feel where I'm coming from with this, because see, you cannot mix trolling with gangbanging and street business. You can't mix trolling with all that gangbanging street shit, dude. It's too real out here. You don't mix that with the two. The problem is this. A lot of these dudes, man, they saw Tekashi. See, they see Tekashi gang banging and trolling and appearing to thrive off that. So you have a lot of young dudes who don't really understand how life works. They see Tekashi. Well, Tekashi's out here trolling and banging and going in people's neighborhoods and disrespecting and kakan and kikiing. Young dudes, listen to me. The thing about Tekashi is Tekashi has the police protecting him. Tekashi is protected by the damn police. Okay? When you get out there doing all that disrespecting and trying to mix it with this street shit, you ain't got the police protecting your ass. So you wide open and there's a bullseye on your ass, bruh. Don't play games with this shit. This ain't no joke. He's protected. That's the only reason why they haven't split his damn wig back. He's with the police all the time. Remember, it was another dude out here, the dude from the Takers. Yeah, I'm from the Takers, nigga. The Taker. He's going up in different neighborhoods. What's that dude's name? I forgot his name. A little young nigga. About a year or so ago. He was going up in people's neighborhoods out here in LA doing that troll shit, jumping out the car when nobody's around. Yeah, I'm on such and such block. Fuck these niggas' neighborhood. Yeah, nigga. They caught him. We knew that was going to come. They caught him out there in Lakewood, lit him up. They lit dude up. Block boy, exactly. Block boy. That was a dead man walking. Family, listen to me. You got a lot of dudes out here who are raised by single mothers. You don't have a lot of black men sitting you down, lacing you, telling you the principles of what it takes to operate as a man, the basic principles of earning respect and having integrity. I want y'all to feel what I'm saying. I want to talk to my young dudes out here to really, I want y'all to feel where I'm going with this. As a man, we're supposed to prioritize giving and earning respect and having integrity. These are the things that you're supposed to have as a man. You prioritize that. The way you move, you're going to move with integrity and you're going to earn respect by giving respect. You feel me? A lot of these dudes don't understand the concept of getting respect. You think if I go out here and try to act like I'm extra tough, I'm going to get respect because I'm acting extra gangster. That's not how it works. You have to humble yourself. You have to humble yourself and show respect to folks. You ain't going to be a punk. Now, if somebody steps to you, you got to handle your business. You got to handle your business. But you step into the game showing respect to folks. Because there's consequences to your actions. You don't allow yourself to be disrespected, but you go and you walk out here showing respect. Even on a street level. Family, when you operate out here on these streets, there's still supposed to be a rhyme and reason to it. A lot of these young dudes out here who ain't really built like a nigga who's supposed to put in some work, you use gangs as protection. Because you can't really operate by yourself as a man. Let's be real. A lot of these niggas, and it's always the little weenies who need the gang as protection. It's always the little weenie who's always getting the gang fucked up. I would see that all the time back in the day. It's always the little old frail weak nigga doing some stupid shit and then hopping behind the big dogs, and then everybody's going to war over the fucking weenie. Y'all got to start disciplining the weenies that's connected with your neighborhood so they don't make your hood hot. My dudes, my young dudes out here. A lot of cats, again, raised by single mothers. That single mother don't really teach you about respect and integrity. A lot of times, again, the OGs who are supposed to teach you this, a lot of these OGs are locked down, and some of the old niggas that's still lurking around the hood, a lot of these dudes are drugged the fuck out. It's always you see a nigga hanging around with 3 teeth in his mouth talking about the shit he used to do. He ain't really lacing you with no game because that nigga was fucking up back in the day. See, this is why we got to start building things for our young dudes so they can see black men and women getting stuff popping. This is why we got to start building stuff for our young folks so they can see black men and black women actually doing something for them. Yeah, some of these old niggas now, yeah, we got old niggas out here who are dope fiends with 3 teeth in their mouth talking about all the gangster shit they used to do, coked out, cracked out, hating on niggas, old ass haters. And that's a bad example. So when you get a young dude who's raised by a single mother who ain't really teaching him about respect and integrity, and then you got old niggas, this is who they see. They see an old nigga who's cracked out with 3 teeth who ain't really teaching you no game, and you looking at the example that he's leading. He's trying to borrow some money from the young nigga. So now this young dude, he ain't got no damn direction. The young niggas ain't got no direction at all, and now he's going to take the values that he got from his mama, which is getting attention. A lot of these dudes now, they value getting attention. They place value on getting attention, and you get that from women. That doesn't work for a man. Women put value on getting attention because, see, that's how they get chosen. See, women, all they got to do is just be in the right place at the right time, and the right nigga see them. The right nigga can kind of upgrade them. So women value attention because that's all they need to do in order to come up off a dude. You can meet you a fly nigga or anybody just being in the right place. So women value attention. Women value, okay, I'm out here, I'm living in the hood or whatever. Let me doll myself up. Let me get myself looking fly so I can get a nigga and get something out of him. So they think in terms of what can I get from another man? What can I get from a man? Which is what they're supposed to do. You're women. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with women trying to say, okay, I look fly. Let me see what I can get from these niggas. Let me see if I can get some of this rent paid. Let me see if I can get a car note paid. Let me see if I can get something off a dude. I look good, whatever. I ain't even mad at that. The problem is when you have a boy who thinks like that, it doesn't work for him. A dude grows up and thinks, okay, how can I get some attention? How can I leech off the legacy of another man? You see? How can I leech off the legacy of another man? When you go out there to a Nipsey mural and try to denigrate it for attention, that's you trying to leech off the legacy and respect that another man earned and died for. You understand? You're leeching off the legacy of another man. You had to get in front of another man who died, who ain't even here, to get another man who's respected. You had to get up in front of a mural of another man who is respected to try to leech off some of that respect because you haven't earned that. You haven't earned it. You trying to live off this man's legacy so you can get some goddamn clout and then put your whole hood in danger and you got your whole block hot. And the homie done got clapped for some goofy shit. It don't work for no man. That don't work for a dude, man. Nipsey was my dude. Nipsey got respect because Nipsey went out of his way to humble himself to give people respect. He would personally give me the utmost respect on a regular basis for years and years. Nipsey would always shout me out. Nipsey would hit me up and say, man, this interview you did was the best interview I ever heard in my life. Nipsey would always humble himself and show me respect. I'm talking about me. I'm telling you what I know. That man went out of his way to show me respect. Nipsey, that infamous picture of him, he's watching a video of me in the back of a car when he's signing some paperwork. Showing respect all the time. Nipsey showed respect and he got respect. As a man, I ain't got to be the toughest rah-rah nigga. That ain't gonna make you tough. What makes a nigga thorough, what makes a nigga respected is how you can calm your shit down and say to another nigga, I'm getting some game off you. I wanna learn some game from you, and then take that to another level. That was a man. That was a fucking man. That's how men operate. That's why Nipsey didn't die. He died, but he didn't die because his legacy is here. Nipsey is all over the place because when you have integrity and when you move on principles, when you move as a man, you don't die. You don't really die. Your legacy is here because you're living through everybody else who felt your respect. They felt your integrity. You're still here. Your legacy is still here. That's why in any hood you go to, there's images of Nipsey. Any hood, there's images of him. Now, my dude, and God rest the dead, my brother who just got killed, the young brother who got killed in Hawthorne. My brother, his legacy is not going to live on. This is what I'm saying. If you die, you better die in order to leave a legacy. You don't die because your homie was trolling. You understand what I'm saying? I want my young brothers to understand you have a legacy to put on this goddamn earth. It is not your destiny to be on some stupid shit, putting your life and your hood and your homies in danger for some goofy ass shit that ain't gonna matter to nobody. That shit don't matter to nobody. You dying for nothing. Your legacy ain't gonna live on. My young brother who got killed, he didn't have a chance to build a legacy. We make mistakes. My young family, my young brothers, I made mistakes when I was young. We have to have people around us to say, hey man, let me protect my young dude who's making mistakes so he don't make a mistake to the point where it's gonna really come back at him with major consequences. Unfortunately, they played big games and got a big prize. You understand? You don't bring that type of energy to yourself trying to be cute and funny for the fucking internet, man. You don't bring that kind of energy on yourself. So my dude, his legacy is not gonna really live on. People, you got a lot of people out here like good riddance. Yeah, the nigga got what he deserved. I'm not gonna say that. And Nipsey was my dude, even though they disrespected my dude. I'm not gonna say that because everybody makes mistakes. Even the dude now who's still around, who actually did the defacing of the mural, and my dude, he's still popping online and he's still cockeying and doing the nervous laugh because he knows, unfortunately, the dude who actually did the disrespectful stuff, this dude knows that the clock is ticking on him, which is sad. My dude knows that the clock is ticking on him. And I want to say to that young brother, because my dude is popping online, oh, dead homies, trying to save face and all this old shit. Young bro, my young dude. Yeah, he knows. My dude knows. My dude knows. That dude, it's only a matter of time, man. Y'all know how it is out here. As a young man, let me talk to my brother. My young brother who did that stuff. I would say to you, man, this is an opportunity for you, young dude, to show manhood. This would be an opportunity for my brother to do two things. Either one, get your ass out of LA, go live with some relatives in Louisiana somewhere, I don't know. Either do that, or as a man, what would be some real big shit of you as a man, this is a way for you to step up as a man to say, hey, look, I'm making this video. I did something that was disrespectful, and I realized that it was something that I should not have done. And I want to apologize to Nipsey. I like to apologize to this neighborhood. I like to apologize to my homies. I like to apologize to everybody who got offended by that. I shouldn't have done that. And as a man, I'm taking responsibility and I want to heal. If my dude did that, I think our brother would be good. I think dude would be good. Man, you better walk into this shit and own it, bro. This is This is what a man would do. Or bounce. Or just, if you're going to be on some rah-rah shit, you better get up out of here and go down south somewhere. And if you still going to be on the rah-rah, man, just, and I'm talking for my brother's safety. I don't want to, because we already know where this shit is going to go, and I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Somebody say he's not going to apologize. I'm just telling you what would be a manhood thing to do. My man is just going to try to gang bang it all the way out to the end, man. He's going to try to bang it on out. And we know what's going to happen. We already know where this shit is going to go. And it's unnecessary, man. Fuck that pride shit. You a man. As a man, you better realize and wake up and say, hey, man, I made a mistake. The homie done got killed over some bullshit. And let me talk. And look, when his homie got hit like that, he was in a car outside of some apartment complex, it appeared to be. Looked like he was outside of an apartment complex. And people are like, well, damn, how did they know where he was? Damn, how did they know where this dude was? Because he started going on live, and I don't think he was on that long until somebody started baking him. I want y'all to understand how things are out here. Number one, two things you better understand. Number one, for some reason in Los Angeles, news gets around the streets very fast. News gets around extremely fast out here. And number two, you already have a lot of soldiers on the ground that's ready to roll. No, I don't think he dropped his location. No, he dropped his location when he was shot. Remember, when he got shot, he was like, his homie was like, hey, where you at? Where you at? He's like, I'm in Hawthorne. So he didn't drop his location. This, you know what I think? No. I don't think he gave his location. No, I don't think he gave his location. You know what I think? I think he was about to go see some chick. This is my conjecture. Now, this is my conjecture, okay? This is my conjecture. Sound like he was probably about to go see some chick. He's at her apartment complex. And whoever the chick was, and this is my conjecture, she told somebody he was there, either maliciously or casually. I'm not going to say, a lot of people are saying some female set him up. But let's say, let me play both sides of it. Let's just say the female who he was going to see just kind of casually mentioned that he was there. She might have just been on the phone with her homegirl like, yeah, such and such from whoop-de-whoop. Yeah, he's about to come up here right now. She might have just been casual with it, not being malicious. But just the fact that somebody got on the phone, oh, really? Oh, dude? And then that person who she told got on the phone with somebody. Hey, you know, old boy, everybody looking for? His homie is over in Hawthorne in front of this apartment. And then that person got on the phone, and understand multiple people probably got on the phone. And I want y'all to understand, the gang shit out here is like Uber, nigga. The phone calls are gonna start going around until somebody says, hey, for real, I'm right around the corner from that nigga right now. That sounds like what happened. Them phone calls started going all around, and then an Uber hit. Ding, ding, ding. A word? He on Hawthorne Boulevard? Nigga, I'm a block away. I'm right here. I can go get that nigga right now. This shit is like Uber, nigga. Unfortunately, that's how it is. Them calls went around until somebody was like, oh, I'm right here by this nigga. That's how they got him so fast. Unfortunately, I hate to see a young brother go out like that. That's horrible. That is horrible. Yeah, they made a Uber call on dude, man. Man, they did a Postmates drive-by on that dude, man. They made a Lyft call on dude. I'm telling you, that's how that shit go. Them calls get to circulating. Cats start calling around until somebody's gonna be by you. Somebody, them calls are gonna go around and they're waiting on somebody to say, I'm right by there. I'm right over here where he at. I can go get that nigga right now. I hate to see stuff like that. And yeah, and your name is already hot, man. Your name is hot. So people are looking for you. You know? No, they got him with 16 shots. They hit him with 16. He got shot 16 times. Yeah? Somebody said, yet George Zimmerman is alive. George Zimmerman ain't out here, though. Let's be very clear. I know, look, I feel the same way about George Zimmerman out there. George Zimmerman ain't out here. I want y'all to be very clear. The street politics are very much different. A George Zimmerman would not still be out here. Let's be very clear. Let's be very clear. A George Zimmerman situation, you don't have no situations like that out here. Yeah, just like with Pop Smoke, much respect to his family or whatever, but Pop Smoke's, again, I talked about that before. Pop Smoke, with the situation where he took somebody's car back to New York, so Pop Smoke's name was raggedy out here. Pop Smoke's name was funky in the streets out here. He got back out here, and they got on live, and I think by mistake, Pop Smoke put his address where he was online. That Uber call went out. That Uber call went out, man. Unfortunately. They called an Uber, man. No, I don't. Pop Smoke didn't deserve that. I won't say because he's a talented brother. I won't say that brother deserved that. But unfortunately, my man did some stuff, and you do some stuff, and then come back, and your name is funny style. You know, you really need to ask around, and a lot of folks think, okay, they're gonna be safe up in the Hollywood Hills and all this old stuff. No, these niggas will make an Uber call on you. They will make an Uber call. And somebody's going to be nearby. Yeah? So it is what it is, man. Hey, look, it's all about respect. We better understand the politics of respect. See, a lot of dudes, again, they think, I don't have to live in the square world. I don't want to be no square nigga. I don't want to be in a position where I got to humble myself and show respect to anybody. I want to be the rah-rah nigga. You going to give me respect because I got this gun and all this old bullshit. And that's not how you earn respect. People are not going to respect you. You might have a couple of people like, okay, this wild nigga is scary, but that's not respect. Respect is earned. You got to earn respect. You earn respect by having integrity and giving respect. You're not going to get respect like that. Even in the mafia, they do rah-rah shit to each other, but there's a general respect that they're supposed to have. There's a general respect. The mafia dudes, they'll start banging on each other, whatever, and different crews will bang on each other, but then some of the OGs, some of the made men from the different crews, they're going to have to sit down and have a respectful conversation about what happened. That respect ain't going nowhere. At the end of the day, those made men are still going to have to sit down at a table and explain to each other what happened and where they're going to move on from there. There's going to have to still be a code of respect and a respectful dialogue. Now, in the streets, gangster shit happens. Usually, it happens, and it should happen if it's going to happen, which it shouldn't. But if it's going to happen, let it happen over something that means something. Look, sometimes when cats out here, you move and work, somebody's out here playing with your money, you're going to have to discipline somebody. You're going to have to enforce some of these policies on some street shit. That happens if you're going to be a part of that game. If people are trying to encroach on your territory, sometimes you might have to discipline people because that's messing with your paper. There's a rhyme and reason behind certain things. But getting the homies laid down because nigga wanted to troll and clout chase for damn Instagram, that ain't worth it. That ain't got nothing to do with no gangbanging. You trying to mix some goofy shit in with some street shit, and that ain't gonna work. That's just not gonna work. It ain't gonna never work. It ain't got nothing to do with gangbanging. That's a respect issue there. And anything you do, when you play with fire and you understand what the consequences could be, and you still go there, understand the discipline is gonna come one way or the other. Yeah? But we gotta understand that, man. I really want my young brothers to understand how this game works. I want my young brothers to understand, look, y'all grew up with these hood rats raising you, and you're like, they never gave you no game. You just saw your mama getting fucked by different niggas all the time. You got 2 and 3 brothers and sisters who look like different niggas. So you ain't really learned no game. They haven't instilled anything in you where you think you're gonna get up out of that. But let me tell you something, as a young man, especially if you're 21 years old, that's not, whatever you're doing, if you're 21 years old, black man, that's not the end of the road for you. As a 21-year-old man, you haven't even started life yet. 21-year-old man, you haven't even started your life yet because you got to figure out what you really want to do. As a young man, you better figure out, and you got to figure out, and you got time to figure out what you really want to do. You got to go out here and experience life. Don't throw your life away over no stupid shit. Look, if you in that shit, if you in that gang shit, if you on some street shit, the name of the game is to get up out of there. Flip up out the game so you don't get caught up in that, and then you use that to get into some legit business. Whatever you learn on the streets, you're supposed to be using that knowledge to flip and go legitimate, which is what Nipsey did. Nipsey was smart enough at a young age to say, yeah, I'm out here banging, but I'm going to take this knowledge, I'm going to take this game, I'm going to learn from some veterans, I'm going to study dudes who's doing it, who's doing some of the things I want to do. I want to listen to people who's talking some real game. That's why my brother's legacy lives the way it lives. And my brother Nipsey had it right. My man was talking about ownership. Nipsey, remember, he owned part of World on Wheels. He brought that back. He owned the real estate where the Marathon store was. My man was thinking big. He was in his early 30s. That's the template you should be looking for. You don't go take a picture and disrespect that man when he had respect for all the sets. My man, when he got older, he showed respect to everybody because he learned. He said, hey, I'm going in one way, but I'm going to take this to another level, and I'm going to start showing respect, and I'm going to start building so that folks will look at me as a template. That's a man. I want you to learn what Nipsey was talking about. See, this is why, one of the reasons why we're doing the museum, we want the marathon to continue. Out there in that area, in South LA, we don't really own none of the real estate out there. Yeah, Nip was on cryptocurrency early. My man had it right. And he was one of the early people really talking about owning the real estate there. This is why we're trying to make the marathon continue for real, for real. I ain't just talking about putting on no t-shirts and murals. We want to keep that legacy going of ownership. Out there in that area, we don't own anything. Most of the black businesses out there are owned by white people, Asians, Arabs, and they lease them to black people. Those businesses are leased to people. And that's one of the reasons why we wanted to buy the land, because we were going to buy a building that was already standing, but they were owned by some of these non-black people. And when we told them what we were trying to do, they started getting funny about it. They were like, I don't know about a Black History Museum. And some people like, we'll lease you some space. And no. We're going to have to own something out there. We're going to have to own something, and we're going to have to make our block a tangible block where people can come and do business with us. We have an Olympics coming in a couple of years. The Olympics is coming to LA. See, I want y'all to understand the bigger picture here because we're looking ahead of the game. The world is going to be out here in LA. So I want to get stuff set up now. See, they trying to depreciate a lot of things and gentrify a lot of the area to get us up out of there because they know there's about to be a big boom. When the Olympics come out here and the football stadium gets popped off, man, it's going to be, the real estate out there is going to skyrocket. That's going to be a big area. A lot of people are going to go to it. We are going to have to be a part of that, man. We're going to have to be a part of that. Yeah? Oh, yeah, I ain't leasing nothing. That's how they get you out of there. Don't fall for that leasing thing. That's why we want to own the real estate. That's why they out there in Inglewood. A lot of those businesses, boy, those people who own the businesses who were leasing them, they started skyrocketing the rates and tripling the damn rates and pricing people out of there. Yeah? So we got to get in on this thing. We're going to have to get on this thing early. All eyes about to be on that area, dude. LA is about to be flooded with tourists. The world's eye is going to be on LA, man. Especially with that Olympics coming, man, it's going to be a monster. And we're going to have to get in on that. Yeah? But we here, man. Again, the name of the game is all about the politics of respect. You cannot escape that. As a man, you're going to have to be in a position to earn respect. You're going to have to earn respect, and you earn it by giving it and humbling yourself. Being humble don't mean you're a sucker, don't mean you're a punk. You can humble yourself, but you don't let nobody punk you, but you humble yourself. Now, because we got to understand, we're already in a war. Look, everybody plays as a group against us. Racism is a group sport. They play as a group against us. The white supremacists, the Latino community, the Asian community, all of these people, ain't no black and brown. People work as a group against us. Let's keep it a buck. They work against us as a group. The police work against us as a group. Do y'all know, speaking of these punk ass police, they're trying to say if you do something or if you disrespect the police or whatever, that's going to be considered a hate crime now. They're trying to make it a hate crime if you disrespect the police. If you disrespect them, there was some woman in Utah, she crumpled a police sign, a back the blue sign or something like that, and they tried to say that was a damn hate crime. You see? It was in Palo Alto, California, I think that's the name of the city. They're trying to sue, let me show y'all this article. California police officers trying to sue city over Black Lives Matter mural. So they're trying to say it's a hate crime because they had an image of Assata Shakur in the Black Lives Matter mural. So now they're trying to say it's a hate crime because Assata Shakur, again, she got away from being targeted by the race soldiers. Assata Shakur, allegedly, they said she shot a race soldier. I don't know what the details were. We don't know. But we do know that there was a COINTELPRO program where they were trying to assassinate black freedom fighters. And during the time of COINTELPRO, they had just murdered Fred Hampton in his sleep. So you had law enforcement trying to murder black people who were fighting for freedom. So there was a situation where a suspected race soldier got killed and they put it on her. They broke her out of jail and our sister got away to Cuba. And she's been living there safely in Cuba ever since. And that's been a thorn in the side of the white supremacists because they were not able to take her out. They're still salty about that. You see, they don't like talking about her. They don't like talking about that sister. Yeah? Shout out to the Anti-Black Activity Database.org, anti-blackactivitydatabase.org, to see the latest stats in anti-black activity around the country. But with the white supremacist, anytime black folks fight back and win, boy, they look at that as a major L. Anytime black folks fight back and win, they look at that as a major L. And just like in Haiti now, this is why Haiti is going through what it's going through. I did the preeminent movie about the history of Haiti. My movie, 1804, I did. This movie, 1804, is taught all over Haiti. It's taught all over here in schools. That movie has become a national icon over in Haiti. 1804 breaks down the history of Haiti told by black people, not through the filter of the dominant society. It's a must-see for anybody who has not seen the movie, talking about the great history of Haiti and why they're being targeted now, why Haiti beat multiple white supremacist superpowers. So now, for years, they've been trying to retaliate against Haiti, destabilize Haiti. They done sent those Colombians up there to off the president. When they went up there to kill the president of Haiti, notice something. They went up there screaming that they were part of the DEA. They were like, hey, DEA, DEA. They were screaming they were the DEA. That is what made the president's security put their weapons down. Because we wonder, how the hell where was the damn security of the president? Now, up there in Haiti, there's a lot of drug use and drug sales and drug dealing going on up there. And from what I understand, I think the president used to have something going on with some kind of drug investigation. I'm not sure. I've heard some things. So they played on that. Now, truth be told, this looks like the usual suspects behind it. But again, the name of the game is to destabilize these countries. So now they're talking about Haiti wants the United States to come in and protect them. All right. So now they cause a problem. And then now the U.S. pops up like, hey, big head, I heard you needed some help. I mean, if you twist my arm, I guess I can come over and help you. You better understand how white supremacy works. So now the U.S. is like acting like they're being commissioned to go in and help. Well, we'll go in and help if you really want me to. Okay, yeah, we're going to come over here in Haiti and help everybody. Oh, look, I didn't know you guys had oil. Oh, my God. Where'd you get all this oil from? Since you need some help, let me go ahead and we'll refine this for you. We didn't know you had oil. Oh, my God. Stop it. Yeah. So we already know. Go watch 1804. We kind of broke it down already years ago. Yeah, we kind of broke that down years ago. It is. I can't even say that. I see what some of y'all are saying in the chat room. I can't say it or I get my page taken down. So a lot of stuff I can't even speak on. I spoke on a little bit of it the other day. I can't speak on it because they'll take my page down. So we know what it is. We know what it is. But again, puppets are real. The white supremacists are good at commissioning puppets. They'll go down to Colombia and get some puppets. They know how to work with puppets. And you have a lot of puppets out here who are making themselves readily available. Y'all remember Maj Touré? I talked about him some years ago. I had him on my broadcast before, but then I saw how funny style he was moving. I was like, oh, wait a minute. This dude got informant vibes. So I had to publicly distance myself from that dude. But Maj Touré was at CPAC, which is one of these little white supremacist conventions that they pretend to be a conservative convention. And I want y'all to hear what Maj was saying. Even white people were calling him out on this one. It's a real short 15-second clip. But he was letting the white people there know, hey, it's a bunch of us black conservatives that can be used against the left media to protect y'all from being called racist. I want y'all to listen to this. This is why I let y'all know these people know exactly what they're doing when they sit up here caping for the white supremacists. Hold on.
More specifically in the black community, black America, not limited to, we have tremendous top-tier conservatives that can be used against leftist media, extreme leftist media, that have painted pretty much everybody in here as racist.
Listen to that one more time.
More specifically in the black community, black America, not limited to, we have tremendous top-tier conservatives that can be used against leftist media, extreme leftist media, that have painted pretty much everybody in here as racist.
So this bitch nigga, and I warned y'all about Maj. He done sat here and said, hey, look, white people, they keep painting you good white folks as racist. There's a bunch of top tier niggas like me and others, me and Candace Owens and a couple of other niggas who can be used. You can use us to spew your talking points for you. Give us some money and we'll use your talking points for you. That's why I distance myself from this Sambo nigga. Yeah? So I'm telling y'all, these folks know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. This is why I do, again, when I see folks moving funny, sometimes you got to start distancing yourself from them. This goes back and ties into this situation with old boy getting lit up like that. Man, in some situations, when you see a person that you're supposed to be associated with moving funny and making himself hot, it's okay to distance yourself from people. When you see your boy getting in front of a Nipsey mural, disrespecting different gang sets and all that, that's when it's time to say, hey, I ain't really rocking with what that nigga's doing. And that's my homie, but I ain't fucking with what he's doing. So when I saw Maj moving funny some years back, I saw where he was going. And I gave him a platform because he was talking about Second Amendment, black gun ownership and all that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm with that. And he was talking a good game. But then I started noticing something. He's cockeying and kikiing with these white supremacists a little bit too much. Some of these white supremacists that I'm battling. Also, he's talking about Second Amendment. He ain't never got no gun. Then I learned he can't handle guns. He's not even allowed to use guns because of his record. Oh, okay. So I see what this dude, I see what's up. Oh, I peeped that early on with dude. Yeah, me and Isaiah Washington fell out. Again, with Isaiah, me and him fell out. We were cool. They were moving funny. Isaiah was moving funny with some of those white supremacists. And also what Isaiah did, he was rocking with these folks, these coon conservatives who's doing all this buck dancing for these white supremacists and all that. And they put out some kind of political ad. And they were trying to get me to co-sign it. And it was a bunch of these damn foreign Sambos cooning for the white supremacists and cooning for Trump and all this old shit. And they had an ad and they had Nipsey's image all in the ad. I'm like, man, get this bullshit up out of here. I ain't cool with none of that. Because I know the homie he wouldn't have co-signed that. I'm not co-signing that. Y'all got my man's image all up in this bullshit that he would never co-sign. So I had a problem with niggas doing that type of shit. Yeah, don't put the homie's image and y'all got images of him like he would co-sign this sucker shit y'all talking with all these coons. Nipsey would never do that. And if he was here and I wasn't here, he wouldn't co-sign it either. Yeah? That's called integrity. Look, it's all about respect. You're going to respect me and you're going to respect people that I know or knew who's supposed to have respect. I'm not going to let you disrespect that dude because he ain't here to defend himself. Y'all not gonna do that shit. This dude is not here to defend himself. And I'm not gonna sit cock-on and kikiing with niggas who's gonna disrespect him, because now, nigga, if you disrespect him, you disrespect me. Yeah? Man. But listen, there's a lot of confusion out here. And shout out to everybody. A lot of folks in here. We got 8,000 people in here. 8,000 people in here heavy. I hope everybody got the movie Buck Breaking. If you don't have Buck Breaking, get Buck Breaking now. I love the fact that Buck Breaking is still number one. Buck Breaking is still killing the game. Buck Breaking is still the number one movie, ladies and gentlemen. Still the number one documentary. And Buck Breaking still needed, because look, there's a lot of sexual confusion out there, as our brother Neely Fuller talked about. And I saw this video of this one woman, and this is the sexual confusion they want us to have. This one woman was up here talking about, shout out to First Them News, by the way. Y'all need to be following First Them News, by the way. This woman was talking about she's dating a stud, but she ain't gay. This is the sexual confusion that buck breaking brings. And buck breaking just don't break men, it breaks women too. Now listen to this logic, okay? This is the kind of confusion. Neely Fuller says, if we're sexually confused, we'll be confused by everything else. Listen to this logic. Hold on.
Okay, family, I know y'all need an explanation about what I meant when I said that I have been in my relationship over 21 years and I'm still not gay, and my spouse don't make me get gay. To me, in my mind, being gay means that I am attracted to women and I want to do stuff to them sexually. Pump your brakes. That's where we stop. I do not want to do nothing sexual to a woman. Nothing, okay? Nothing. My spouse is the type of stud that don't want me treating her like no girl. She don't want nobody. That's why she don't want no gay woman, because she don't want nobody who's trying to put her on her back, put it that way. And I ain't gonna try. I'm a straight woman. I come from the dome world and I still love it. And well, even though we have to purchase ours, I still get it. I still get the dome. You see what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
So what I'm telling you is, I still like what I like and she likes what she likes. We don't violate each other.
Okay. So basically, this is role playing. This is role playing, basically. So she's pretending that the stud's strap-on is real. She's pretending that the stud she's in a relationship with, that the strap-on is a real dick. Family, we lie to each other. Let me talk to the ladies for a minute. Ladies, when you get older, and this is an older lady, you have to start lying to yourself. I can imagine this woman younger making a lot of mistakes in the game. See, this is what happens when folks are not keeping it real with themselves. See, we're taught as black people to be delusional, to dilute ourselves and just keep deluding ourselves. Now, this woman, when she was younger, she was probably being told a bunch of bullshit by feminist groups. This woman was told a bunch of shit. We running things and, all that shit that these white feminists tell y'all and y'all fall for it. And then you get older and you manless because you haven't been cultivated on how to deal with a real man. Can we talk for a minute? A lot of women, they have not been cultivated on how to deal with a man. Let's go back into the politics of respect. You have not been taught how to respect a man. probably because there has not been a lot of men in your lives that's, been worthy of respect based on our circumstances. So a lot of these women, you grow up and you don't know how to really respect a dude, respect manhood. You don't know how to really deal with the man. You're told that you got to do everything. You got to, your single mama ran everything. So it's time to be, I got to run everything. And a man comes in every now and then and fuck me, That's not how it's supposed to be. You don't know how to deal with a man. So now when you get older, you still need a man in your life. We need each other. Let's be very clear. Black men, black women, we need each other. I don't give a fuck how old you get or whatever. We still need each other. But when you grew up having the wrong idea about what a man is, this is the person who grew up with the wrong idea what a man is. You think that person putting on a damn strap on is a man, and you think you ain't gay. You think that strap on makes the person a man. You don't know what manhood is. Manhood is not a strap on. What is manhood and what is womanhood? Yeah, she's talking about dome and a damn strap on. This is a motherfucker who's delusional. Let's talk real talk. Now I done talked about the brothers understanding what respect is. Sisters, ladies, we have to understand what respect is. When you deal with a real man, there's going to have to be a foundation of respect. But you're going to have to find a man who is worthy of respect. How do you find a man who is worthy of respect? You become a person who's worthy of respect. See, we are taught that just because you are a female, you're supposed to just be given automatic respect. That's true to a certain peripheral degree. When you see a lady, I'm going to open the door, stuff like that. On a cosmetic level, that's true. You give women a certain level of respect based on them being women. That's a part of the culture, just a certain level of respect. But when it comes to relationships, certain levels of respect, the general respect, okay, you're going to move past that. Everything else has to be earned. So now if you are in a relationship with a dude and you don't know how to respect the hierarchy of manhood in the relationship, meaning I'm going to find a dude who I can defer to handle the household. Because ladies, if you're running the household and the man is deferring to you, you're not going to respect that nigga anyway. Let's keep it a buck. Ladies, if you are in a relationship with a dude, yes, the hierarchy of manhood in relationships. Because ladies, if you are running the house and your man is deferring to you, he has to defer to you, you're not going to respect that nigga anyway, and the relationship is going to go to hell. That's why them relationships never work. Relationships where the woman is running the shit, everything is in your name, those relationships don't really last that long. Let's keep it a buck. Those relationships don't last long for shit. It's always a rotating door of niggas. Those relationships never last. When was the last time you saw a couple together? We've been together 40 years and my wife run the house and everything is in her name. When the fuck have you seen that? You never see long relationships like that. Let's keep it a buck and let's talk turkey. If your mama and daddy been together for a long time, mom might talk shit, but at the end of the day, she's going to defer to dad. Dad is going to be running the shit. Dad's going to have the last say so ultimately. Dad is going to be handling what he needs to handle. Let's keep it a buck. If we want to have some longevity in this game, if you want to have a long-lasting relationship, there's going to be a hierarchy where the man is going to be handling business. The name of the game is for you to get a man who's qualified to do that. Let me say that one more time, slow. The name of the game is to get a man who's qualified to do that. Somebody said, what about Stedman and Oprah? Please don't make me go there. Please don't make me go there with Stedman and Oprah. Don't make me go there. Don't make me say ugly things on this beautiful summer evening. Don't let me say things. Don't let me go there. Don't let me go to Oprah's alleged beard, who people think that Stedman is a beard. Okay. Okay, let's look at relationship. Let me go there. Since y'all bringing me there, I'm trying not to be petty, but y'all pulling me into the petty water. I'm trying to get out. Y'all trying to pull me there. Y'all not gonna make me petty tonight. I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna go there a little bit. All y'all trying to make me go petty. I'm not gonna let you make me go petty. But you look at relationships where the woman is the more dominant one. Look at Gabrielle Union and Dwayne. Dwayne is walking around with fingernail polish on, and she's talking about in her book how she be eating ass. You see where I'm going with it? Yeah, you might see some relationships like that, but take a good look at those relationships. Somebody's getting a boochie played with. It goes from a bussy to a boochie. Your boochie is getting played with. Some of these dudes are beards, and they boochie is getting played with. So yeah, if you see a long relationship where the woman is running things, there's some boochie fondling up in there. All right, now we talking about something else. I'm not talking about relationships that involve boochie. Yeah, you take a good look at some of these relationships. Yeah, you really don't want me to go there. I didn't want to go there, but y'all, every time I get out, y'all pull me right back in. I wasn't trying to go there, but damn. All right? I know y'all didn't bring up Stedman. Please don't make me go there. I'm trying to have some Christian ways today. I'm trying to eat right and live right. Y'all just trying to make me petty. I'm not going to go there. Don't make me talk about Stedman's boochie being played with up in that house. Allegedly. I don't know. I just don't know. My God. But listen, family. The name of the game is all about respect. The name of the game is all about integrity. The name of the game is respect. The name of the game is all about integrity. Again, I'm going to be in the Bay Area this week. I'm going to be up there studying some of the museums. My Bay Area people, I'm in San Francisco, Oakland. I want to find some good Black-owned eating spots in Oakland. And just some other spots. What are some good eating spots up there? Somebody said the Oakland Museum is whack. Somebody said the Oakland Museum is whack. I'm studying museums all around the country. You know, have y'all been to the King Center, the King Museum down in Atlanta? Have y'all been there? Where are my people who's been to the King Museum down in Atlanta? See, what I don't like, and shout out to the King family, much respect to them. With the King Center, yeah, because I'm studying museums and getting ideas for our museum. Marshawn Lynch got a restaurant up there in the Bay. Everett and Jones on Broadway. Everybody keeps saying Everett and Jones. I'm gonna let my wife know that. Yeah, the King Center is okay. I just don't like that Gandhi statue. That's what I don't like. I don't like that damn Gandhi statue up there at the King Center. Because Gandhi was a damn anti-black racist. See, this is why it's important for the grassroots to run our own museums. So we don't have no damn Gandhi statues up there. See, now that kills the energy. We have a museum about, you know, a prominent black person, and then you have a prominent damn anti-black person in front of the damn museum. That's why we need our own joint, and we're going to get our own joint. Speaking of Atlanta, I ain't been to Atlanta. I got to go down to Atlanta to check on my crib down there. I might sell that house and use some of that shit for the museum. Shout out to Lady. I'm proud of you too. Thank you, Lady. We're going to get this museum popping. We're gonna get this museum popping. Is Ola in here? Where's Ola? We got a lot of folks in here. Smoking Woods Barbecue on Telegraph. Okay. Is Ola in here? What's the weather like down in Atlanta? I got to get back down there to handle some business. I got to get back down there to Atlanta to handle business because Atlanta just never closed down. Atlanta stayed open through the whole quarantine. Go to the museum. Yeah, the Charles Wright Museum, right? Y'all say the MLK Museum ain't it? Where's Ola? I can't see Ola. I don't see Ola in here. But yeah, y'all still clubbing. What's the clubs popping down in Atlanta right now? What? Because every time I see images of Atlanta, everybody at a damn club. What's the damn clubs popping off in Atlanta right now? Last time we went to a club in Atlanta, what the hell's the name of that? It was some years ago, way before the quarantine and all that. We went to a club in Atlanta, and I cannot think of the name of that club. And I paid a grip to get in. We went to a club in Atlanta. And no strip club. I don't like strip clubs. We went to a club in Atlanta. I cannot think of I want to think of the name. It was a real nice club in Atlanta. I had a lecture down there. MJQ, that's the club. But no, we went to a club. This was a dance club. It wasn't a strip club. We went to a club. I did a lecture, and it was after my lecture. It was a whole bunch of us. I cannot think of it. This had to be about 6 years ago, something like that. Is Ola in here? Ola would remember because Ola was with us. We went to a club. It was kind of an upper tier club. I guess it was supposed to be upper tier. We went to a club and we went there kind of late at like 1 a.m. And it was in Midtown. I can't think of the name of it, but we went there. It was a bunch of us and we went there kind of late and I paid for us to get a VIP table. I paid like $1,500 to get all of us in, to get us a VIP table with bottle service. All my people, they drink. I don't, but bottle service for them. What the hell? Was it the Velvet Room? I can't think of the name of it. I cannot think of the name of it. But I paid $1,500 to get in this club, to get all of us in. We were in Midtown. It was a real nice club. We got in the club. We got the VIP Velvet Rope. We're in the VIP section. We turning the hell up. Nick Cannon was DJing at the club. Nick Cannon was DJing that night. We got to the club. We popping it off. Nick Cannon was DJing. The shit was popping. We in the VIP. We got the bottles. Niggas, we got it popping. And then, like 10 minutes into getting it popping, the electricity went out. There was a power outage. And everybody's in the dark in the club. The club is packed. We in the dark. Yeah, I paid $1,500 fucking dollars. We partying. I partied for 10 minutes. Yeah, $1,500 fucking dollars, nigga. And the lights go off. We all in the dark, like, damn, what the fuck? So now, I'm thinking it's about 6 years ago, I'm thinking. So we're at this club, and we're in the dark. We out here in the club in the dark. About 5 minutes later, they turn the light back on. The lights come back on. Everybody's standing around. We look up at the DJ booth. Nick Cannon gone. Nick left. I'm like, what the fuck is it? Ain't no music or nothing. So Nick bounced. It was the turntable and his turban. He left his fucking turban. Nick fucking left. So then they got on the mic. All right, everybody, y'all have a good night. So I'm pissed. Really, nigga? I paid $1,500 for 10 minutes of grooving? I'm pissed. So I remember us being mad as hell. We ready to fight. I'm like, where in the fuck is Nick Cannon? Go find his ass. Put on some records. Anybody got a Pandora account? Put on some fucking music. After all this money I paid, they were like, y'all can't take the bottles out the club. The hell we can't. We about to take some extra bottles out the fucking club. But yeah, Nick bounced. They turned the lights back on. We didn't see Nick or them turntables. Nick got the fuck on somewhere. I'm like, damn. Was it Compound? It sounded like it might have been Compound. Like, ain't this a bitch? I was so damn pissed off, man. I'm out of 1,500 of them damn things for 10 minutes. Somebody cut the lights off. It was a power outage. All the lights went out. Like, ain't this a bitch? It was an indoor club. It might have been Compound. I can't remember. But it was popping for 10 minutes. Man. Anyway, y'all, let me get out of here. Y'all got me talking about Stedman's Bucci. I ain't trying to talk about it. Allegedly, I like Stedman. I like Stedman. All right. I like Oprah and I like Stedman. Shout out to Oprah and Stedman. I don't know but anyway, guys. Later on this week, we're gonna have the crowdfunding pop off. We're getting everything edited right now. The crowdfunding for the museum is popping off. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have 30 days to get the funding for the museum. We're going to have to get in because we're going to have to get this land. This land is for sale now. We're going to have to act on this thing and get this thing right now, and we're going to do it. We can do it. We already fund people anyway. We're going to do this, and I'm going to keep you guys posted on when we're going to post the crowdfunding link up. Go to buckbreakingmovie.com. buckbreakingmovie.com. Go to Ogun Juice. Everybody's typing Bucci. The fact that y'all keep typing in Bucci is funny. Y'all stupid, man. Go to officialfba.com to get the Foundation of Black American t-shirts. Get the FBA flags like the one behind you. All right, y'all, I'm out of here, man.